Alright, so I played through Dead Money and Old World Blues, and honestly the entirety of New Vegas, and I noticed a couple things. So the Brotherhood of Steel mentions that the the bunker that they're in, the Hidden Valley bunker, as well as some of the old vaults, they use like the same contractors to make the vaults, and that's why their design layouts are so similar. But I think this contractor could have been Big Mountain because we already know that they created the toxin that fucked up Vault 22. And who's to say that they didn't create like, a bunch of other shit for the vaults? Because in the Fallout show, they have hibernation chambers in the Buds vault. And the only mention of where hibernation chambers are made in the Fallout series is from Father Elijah from Dead Money, and you could do a full playthrough of Old World Blues, and you could talk to all the doctors and all the characters, and they will not mention shit about these hibernation chambers. So I think that Big Mountain created the hibernation chamber that Mr. House uses, which doesn't make sense to me because they literally fucking hate Mr. House. So if that's their plan for the great game, they have basically made one of their competitors and not themselves, which is fascinating. And yeah, I don't know. Just an interesting detail I've noticed. All right, so straight up, like you could tell by like the fact that I don't have ANX in this clip. I made this while I was bored in Cataclysm, waiting for ANX to spawn, and it was coincidentally around the time that the Fallout show came out, and it was a good time. There's a lot of people like watching the show and figuring out new shit and figuring out like what happened. They're still trying to because of that last scene that they baited us with at the fuckhead in the final season where New Vegas is all destroyed and shit. I want to think that Mr. House is the canonical ending for New Vegas because it just I don't know it fits the storyboard the best in my opinion because like the NCR is too big and shit, and if they just keep going the way that they're going, there's gonna be no wasteland. And then same for Caesar's Legion, they're just kind of cooked. So if they like do all that shit, I don't know. Mr. House is the perfect wedge to drive in between those two factions, and also you get to gamble. What's not to like? Not that Bethesda ever gives a shit. I bet Bethesda's gonna be like fucking NCR lovers or Brotherhood of Steel lovers or some shit like the Brotherhood of Steel. Fucking I don't know, some bullshit with the Brotherhood of Steel. But anyways, there's a lot of other YouTubers. They make like lore content and shit like Oxhorn, and he does a pretty good job. And he's better at investigating all the deets than I am, so I just leave him to it. But then there's also things that I noticed that like I swear up and down like these people haven't even seen this shit. It's kind of crazy, and I've noticed like a lot of details in games that I played over the years, and usually like you could mention it to someone, and then like a small demographic of people, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, like I know what you're talking about. Like I saw that too." But like straight the fuck up, when I saw this detail, I've talked to it about other people. Like I've talked to other people about it, and they have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. So I think I'm onto something here, even though it's literally like a single fucking detail. I don't. I think it's cool. But I've seen a lot of like lore theory people on YouTube, some of which have given me inspiration to do shit like this. But I also don't want to rip these people off. I'd like to like give them credit or whatever.
You're in the vault, finally, after all this time. The Sierra Madre. Mine. Don't move. Don't go into the vault, and don't touch anything else. There may be more traps down there. Another security system. You speak as if your fingers have never touched the keys of a Robco terminal. No machine is foolproof. They are designed to obey us. The Pip-Boy's operating system has vulnerabilities. Advantages to those who've studied its construction, even superficially. It's just a machine, though. Its real vulnerability is who wears it. And that's how you were caught. Proud that you have one? I can hear the superiority. That thing on your wrist. It's a convenience. It tells you where to go, what to do. Dulls your brain. It may have helped you find the Sierra Madre broadcast, but it's just as much a crutch today as it was in the old world. Curious? You must be. We have time now that you've done your work, and our interactions have been too one-sided, even for my tastes. Veronica? She survived Helios? She would. Resourceful. As for losing Helios 1, that was the only outcome aside from retreat. NCR swarming like ants over old world relics. Hoover Dam. Helios. I won't let those children seize anything else. Harden. McNamara can't stop them. Won't. So I will. With the old world as my weapons. Attack? No. Not attack them. Wipe the slate clean. Make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Undisturbed by man. I'll send the cloud, the holograms, bring ruin in my hands until only I stand atop the Helios 1 tower again. I'll scour the dam with the cloud, rain its walls with spears from the sun, with an army of old-world ghosts behind me, holograms all. I'll kill them until it's only me. Me, alone. In a quiet world. In a world that's nothing like what happened at Helios 1. I know that. Their days were numbered since they occupied Hoover Dam.
Ask. You still have time.
What do I want? Weapons, security, a citadel of my own. The Madre's all these things. It's a fortress, a weapon, a chance to begin again. Once I unlock its archives, I can carve the Mojave into any shape I choose. The cloud is unique in my travels. Its proximity to the Sierra Madre isn't a coincidence. Right now it protects this casino, preserves it. It can be used to preserve other old world relics, and cleanse them at the same time. And as much as I've researched hologram technology, the big empty facility was clear. Only the Sierra Madre got holograms working properly. The holograms here kill trespassers. That's what I want. Dump one of those emitters in the middle of any battle, there's no defense. It's like holding light in your hands. Can't fight it. Only watch it burn. Just one's a portable army. Arm it, anyone stands against you dies. No, there's one last thing I want from the Sierra Madre. It's bounty. The machines that fill its streets, its corridors. They provide almost anything. Perhaps in the pre-war era they were commonplace, things to dismiss. Now they are far more valuable. You know it. They helped keep you alive. Sources of food, supplies, medical assistance, ammo, make more callers, even print currency. Make a nation. The cloud allows me to wipe the slate clean. Callers ensure cooperation. Holograms, defense. The vending machines provide everything else. The Sierra Madre can kill nations and build them, using its technology with the right applications. You think I'm a murderer? If I was, I'd have set off your collar long ago. The collar ensures compliance, encourages cooperation. Think about it. Would you truly have gotten into the casino without those collars? No. Human nature is against us, always. Did you know that I had to keep adjusting the collars, keep changing the rules to make this moment possible? Every time, even with collars clutched at their necks, they would betray each other, kill each other to get inside the Sierra Madre. It was insanity. They could have had it all. It was so close. And they kept turning on each other again and again. Cracking the Sierra Madre was difficult, but cracking greed, that was more difficult. So the dead man switches went in. When your life is tied to another's, sacrifice and cooperation, they can be conditioned, learned, and you can focus on the matter at hand. Greed can be beaten, contained, controlled. You know it better than anyone, or I hope you do. It doesn't matter. Everyone asks that. Should be asking how they plan on leaving. It only takes putting a collar on one to begin the chain. One with a collar may chain another, and that one another, and traps all over the wastes. The chain ends with the super mutant. Although with him, the collar wasn't even necessary. He only needed guidance. The mutant, he swallowed one of the collars. After that, he was mine. A collar wasn't even necessary. All his kind, they exist to be given orders. They're soldiers, simple, stupid. I asked him to fetch, and he did, even without the threat of death. Even when I stopped speaking to him, he continued to leave the villa, gather victims from the man-traps out of habit. He must have found you in one of them. If so, he's probably forgotten. He only remembers my voice. He put the collar on you, dragged you here, because he doesn't know any better. It's in his nature, greedy and childlike. Of course, I walked all this way. If you're worried, I'll give you a map back or show you the way out when this is all over. It started with a setback, fires, blood, beneath the sun. A sun so close you could touch it. Moments like that, however, failures, can provide the brightest clarity. After that, I wandered alone, saw the storms of the divide, walked among the ciphers of the West, traveled to the big empty. I heard the signal. The woman's voice, the Sierra Madre, promising a chance to begin again, reverse my fortunes. All nonsense. I tracked the signal, came here, scouted the city, using other hands, kept dying on me, killing each other. You got the farthest of all. The collars, they're pre-war tech. I suspect this great land had compliance issues before the war. It's one of a series of models. The one in your neck? Special. Easier to make adjustments. Unreliable in other ways, notably radio interference. A place far from here called the Big Empty. Almost didn't make it out. There were two others there. A woman and a man, a courier. The woman was familiar. The other, I don't know what happened to him. Big Empty's a treasure box. A scientific graveyard of old-world misery. Like the Sierra Madre, there's treasures there, sleeping. Some awake. The holorifle, the Saturnite alloy, the hologram technology, hibernation chambers, securitrons, the collars. Even the suits attached to those things stalking the villa. That's only the surface of what's there. Right now, the Sierra Madre is what I want.